Hi, good morning. It's Sandy the Canadian Stamper. Welcome to Saturday Morning Crafting. We've got a holiday card coming at you today using the Golden Greenery. I'm actually going to use both of these in this that comes in a bundle, these two. And we're going to do some masking. Welcome to it. I think we're just going to jump right in. I don't have this sample done, but we're going to see how it goes. We're going to do some two-step stamping. Good morning. So when I was thinking about making this card, I thought, we're only using stamp ink and paper. So it's important, in my opinion, to use thick white cardstock. So you can get just regular basic white cardstock or you can do thick. Now, some craft card makers swear by only their card bases when white will only be thick white cardstock. I commend you. I am not that fancy, but that's what we're gonna use for this. Now, I do have a backup because like a backup card base. Oops. Because this might get messed up. We'll see. So here's this. These are our colors for today. And I have all of my stamps already lined up and ready to go. So let's do it. Now, I've used this post-it tape. It's quite thick. It's probably maybe 2 inches, I think. Whoops. Yeah, 2 inches. I just got it off of Amazon, I don't know, years ago. And so I'm gonna use the edge here. And we're gonna mask right across here. Is that straight? I think so. I on purpose did it a bit longer so that it, is gonna help me hold it down onto the paper or onto the, I guess I do want this. I need I think I'm gonna stamp off. Where's the sample? I'm just gonna show you. Our sentiment is gonna be Merry Christmas, and I wanted it to, like if I was to use the full 2 inches, it's just too big, So here's the, good morning. Jan, Terry, Marie, Christine, I see you. Hi, good morning. This is what we're going for. This is the look we're going for. These are some of the practice ones that I did. My Mossy Meadow is totally dead. It doesn't pick up any ink. You can see where it's like, can you see the smushed letters in there? Anyways, I'm gonna try and rinse it out in the sink and re-ink it and see what happens. We're just gonna see. All right, so then I'm gonna put this kind of to the side. Let's practice. So we're gonna use Old Olive, and I was gonna use Mossy Meadow, but instead we're gonna use Lemon Lime Twist. So let's just see how we go. So for two-step stamping, so when you get an ink pad, depending on how you choose to put your labels, when you get an ink pad, the labels are here on the back, so you want to peel them off, and you can put the color here, and then I put the name here. But when you have multiple ink pads out, see how you can see the different tabs for the green? In this case, I'm just gonna switch because I'm looking at you as if I'm Tanya, not the Canadian Stamp Hall. So the other thing I have for this is my Stampin' Chamois in a clear case because I'm gonna need to clean my stamps quite a bit. All right, so two-step stamping. When you have, so this is a stamp set, and in this case, you've got two-step stamping here and here. Actually, all of these are all two-step stamping. So you have the base image, and then you have an image that overlays. These will always be photopolymer, which are the clear stamps, because you need to see through it. So let me just do a practice so that you can see. So I'm gonna take the base is gonna be dark green. I always forget the order. Yeah, the base is dark. like so. And then is this the right one? Yep. And then this one, whoops, goes right over top. You got to get your head right over top of it. Nailed it. So that's what we're going for. So let's bring our card base. So the point in masking is that you're going to have, we don't want ink obviously on this one section. And so we're going to create an image going this way and going this way. And then this strip will be revealed and it'll look really cool. All right, so let's start. So we have our base. We're going to go this way. And then I'm flipping it around, like upside, like the other way around, because we're going to do it here. Yep. So far, so good. Now we're taking our other one. The lighter green is Lemon Lime Twist, Jan. It really is, Gail. I wonder what's happening over there in Vancouver. How you're all faring. Zachary has a bottle drive this morning. So he's going on another school trip to Greece in 2026. Nailed it. And they're doing a lot of fundraising now. Okay, so just sidebar for a second. This right here on my masking, I can tell this is wet still, and I don't like that because that's a disaster waiting to happen. See, I'm gonna pick it up with my finger or something inadvertently, and that's gonna wreck my card. It's a little surgery. I don't care if it's smudged. I just don't want it to be wet because I don't want to make a whoops. Okay, so that one's that one. Now we're going to flip this because I want to make life easy for myself. You could have done it upside down if you wanted. So just take your time for that to hover over to get it. I mean, it's not really the end of the world if it's not perfect. Yeah, nailed it. Now, for this next one, I want to use the same colors, but I'm just setting these off to the side, but we're going to use a different, this one. So we just used these two. Now we're going to use these two. And I want to see about maybe doing second generation. Let's see what that looks like. So first generation, second generation. Good morning, Michael. Welcome to Saturday Morning Crafting. What's happening near you? Because you're down by the ocean. Is it wicked, blistery and whatnot with the weather? Yes. So I'm not going to two-step because it's going to be like you can barely see it. It's too light. So let's do this. So we're supposed to go ATVing tomorrow. No. I don't like it because it's too similar. There's not enough contrast. So we're just going with the same. We're going same. Where's my base? Yeah, so we're supposed to go ATVing tomorrow, but I said to Lance and Pat, I said, you know, like, is anybody else concerned about, you know, the atmospheric river that's happening? They're like, no. We're good. I'm like, well, I'm concerned. And besides, ATVing probably wouldn't be very fun in the rain, but we're going to book it for another time because I'm excited to go. So see how this one, it looks like it's a different color, right? The base from here and here, but it's the same. It just needs to dry. Obviously, it's the same. So I'm picking up my Lemon Lime Twist. How do you know they're two-step stamps? That's a good question, Christine. Well, oh, is that right? This doesn't seem right. No way. Oh, shoot. I've done the wrong base. Shoot. Oh, I've done the wrong base. All right, well, we're just gonna keep with, hang on, let me show you what I've done. There's two different bases. We used this one already, and I needed to use this one, and I made it, whoops. That's cool though. We're just gonna go same. It'll still look very pretty. So how do you know they're two-step stamping? Great question. How do I know? It should say it in the description of the stamp, whether online or in the book. And I guess when you're looking at the stamp set, this doesn't really look, these look weird. Like what is that? What if you were to stamp it on its own? And so maybe that's how you would know, by looking at it. But in the description, it should say, and then in the samples that Stampin' Up puts online, it should also be evident that, you know, how would they get two colors on that stamp? Because you can't stamp in two colors. So that would be an indicator that it's a two-step stamping. It's a good question though. How do I know? Okay, now we need to embellish a little bit. So here's how you use the stamp cleaner. This looks terrible, by the way. That's not lost on me, but don't worry. There's nothing, it doesn't come off. So there, that stamp is clean. So you just do this, you're just rubbing it. Sometimes, some people pick it up and do that. I find it makes my hands all inky. Yeah, so you just give them a bit of a twist. And then you can always flip it over. Now, when you go to, sometimes if you're doing a lot, maybe you need to wet this again. Run it under hot water and rinse it, and then it lives in this case. I don't close the case when it's wet because it will go moldy. Mine went moldy here on the corners. So the other thing, you could drill a little hole in this if you wanted to close it, but I leave it open to dry, and then once it's dry and it becomes like a flat board, it's stiff, then I close this, and then to activate it again, you just run it under hot water. So wet wipes are also good, but I find the wet wipes, it's a bit wasteful, you know? All right, so with the other two colors, we're gonna jazz up some stuff. We're gonna add in this one. So we have these two-step stamps, so I'm just using this one for now. I wanna just see what this looks like. So always having something on the side. Oh, hi, Carissa. Good morning. What's going on in your side of the country over there? Do you have, we're having an atmospheric river over here. So if you have your spare piece of paper, and just try your different colors and see what you think. See, like that second generation, it's too light. But this green might be okay, and second gen of that one might be okay. I want to just fill in a little bit. Oh, I'm going to show you a trick. So see how if I was to stamp, I only really want just this piece of the stamp, but look at where this comes down further, right? And I don't want that to be a thing. I don't want it to go over my masking. So I'm going to take a piece of this. I'm just going to overlap a little bit. Oh, there's Willow. The boys just left, so she's probably wondering, where is everybody? Hey, Willow. She's losing her mind. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay, so be careful. See how this is wet again? If you put this on, that's fine, but just be mindful when you go to move it again, you're gonna end up with ink on this side, you know? This is an unintended little obstacle I've created for myself here. So this one, anyways, this is a nice project for testing out colors and seeing how things kind of go together. Ooh, I think I like that right there. Yep. So this one and that one. Yep. All right. Oh, it's gorgeous and sunny. Nice. So in New Brunswick, it's really nice. I just want to add in a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the dark again. We're just going to fill out a little bit of, don't forget this is coming off. So we want to just fill in some of the blanks. This would be fun to do this with different colors. Purples, the purple hues, I think would be nice. A little bit more. Yep. All right, now I think we're done with green. So let's get rid of this. Oh my gosh, Willow. So if you just a sidebar, if you've taken the backing off of here where your labels are, these little dots match these little dots, and then they'll nest. If you have not taken both layers off of the back, they will not nest properly. Like if you store them differently, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's nice, I find, when they nest. All right, Early Espresso and Real Red. Okay, now we're gonna add in a little more of this leaf, but it's gonna be in a different color. So we're going down to the Serious Coffee after this. If you're local and you want to join for some crafting, I encourage you to join us. There. Yeah, that's nice. Gives a nice little bit of other something going on, you know, different color. It'll look better once I take the masking off. I gotta get going on my Christmas cards. So today I'm gonna do a kit, I think. Yeah, all right. Now, in the set, there's these ones, these little, now, tap, tap, super gentle. They're super tiny, so gentle. And when stamping, so gentle. If you smush, you're not gonna get, if you smush here and smush here, you're not gonna get there's super tiny little lines that represent the berries, like just so that they're not three little circles. So I encourage you to be very gentle with this. Okay. So this suite comes with these little gems as well. I should actually pull them out. So if you want to do, we're stamping obviously, but if you want to also use the gems, here they are. So these are so they have these little, it's a trio of gems already ready to go. I think maybe we'll add some still. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Yeah, I need my inks out. All right, so you ready for the big reveal? Here it is. The joy of masking. Ta-da! So you can save that if you want. Masking tape always, or that's post-it note tape, but there. Love it. Now, we're gonna add a little something, something. We're gonna add some gold. Uh-oh, are these not long enough? That's all right. Now, let's stamp our sentiment and get that out of the way. So when you're stamping the sentiment, it's two pieces, it's like two, it's Merry and then Christmas. So I want it to go all the way across. I have found when I try to put the stamps together, just cleaning this one, when I try to put them together on the same block, I can't quite get it right. So I do it separately, like that. And then let's flip this over. My stamp has blue in it for some reason. There we go. And then I've got Merry. So see how I can go right beside it. But now if I was to, I don't know if you guys have this issue as well, but if I was to try and do Merry right next to Christmas on the same block, it's too far away. Let me show you what I mean. See how it's got a space in it? It's a small thing. It's not a big deal. It's not my fave. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to show you after I carefully add this is I'm going to show you what a new Stampin' Up! Team member gets, because there's a join special and I've got a little package ready to go for a new team member. So I'm going to show you what they get. Okay, I have to concentrate. Can you imagine if I mess this up after all that stamping? Okay, and then Chris, Merry. So again, super tap, tap, gentle, because it's so fine. The script. Oh my gosh, I nailed that. Sweet. All right, now let's put these away. And let's deal with our gold. So I've got my little trimmer. This is too thick. They're about the same. I kind of wanted them to be longer, but let's just go with what I've got. So that's 1/4 of an inch there. That's what I want, 1/4 of an inch. So sometimes when I'm coming down on a really thin piece, it doesn't grab, so I hold it down up here. I don't know if you can see. I'm just holding down the piece. Okay. So ink, stamp, and paper. So let's glue this on and we're done. All right, so the Serious Coffee at 10 o'clock down by In View Royal, the casino. I'll be there after this. And then this set that I'm using, I also have an online class to go that uses it. I'm going to show you the projects that we use, or that we do, pardon me. So it's a class to go, which means you get the videos and all the kits. So you can drop a comment in there if you want to know more about that class. It was from September, and they're Avid cards. They're gorgeous. I'm going to show you. So I still I could have actually gone a bit thinner, I think, on my gold bars here. They seem a bit thick, but that's okay. It frames it up nicely, I think. So the wet glue lets you move these around to get them just right. And then they also kind of cover up a little bit of where our masking was. I love it. Okay, let's add this. We're gonna add the trio, but see how you don't have to. I'm gonna cover one of these actually. Maybe one more because we have them here. So the class to go has, you get a package of these and a half a pack of the designer series paper and some of the vellum. Oh, there's fancy vellum that goes with it. Okay, there's our project for today. It's really pretty. I think it's elegant in my opinion. So the projects that are the class for this one, there's this one. This is a bay window fun fold. So it goes like this. And then there's this one, which got some heat embossing back there. And then, so this is some of the fancy vellum. Yeah, Gail, I like your suggestion of doing the Merry Christmas in red. That would look nice. Actually, it would really pop from there. Good call. So here's the fancy vellum. So the class comes with that. So it doesn't include the stamp set or the dies. So you'd need to have those, or you can, and then you get 3 tags as well. So this tag matches this card. And then this one can match this one. And then this one. Fancy tags. All right, let me show you what a new team member gets. So the Stampin' Up special right now to join is you get some extra free stuff if you join. So my team is the Creative Canadians. And so you get this little pouch. And in it, so there's this one called a My Ready reference, which is a handy little tool. Got some Tombow glue, my gnome, of course, and some ribbon and some treats. So team members have been putting their crafts up, like if you're coming to craft or you're crafting to go. So then in here is a little notepad, a Stampin' Up pen, and then in here is information about Stampin' Up. And then on this side is the fun stuff. So there's a checklist, how to log in, how to use the resources that Stampin' Up has as a demonstrator who's a business, or a demonstrator who does it for hobby and wants a deal and wants early access to things. It suits both. So here's a fun little thing. So as a demonstrator, this is, you get early release, product releases, but we get everything a month ahead of time. So demonstrator pre-order is all the lighter color, and then the dark blue is when it's available to everybody else. So this is why, and then the catalogs, we get to see it before anybody else, sometimes a month and a half before anybody else. So sometimes that is really important to people. And then sometimes that helps too in accessing product that sometimes goes unavailable or sells out quickly, is that as a demonstrator, you have early access so you can get your hands on stuff. So that's what you get as a new team member. And here's our project for today. Thanks so much for joining. I hope to see some of you at the Kit Together here in about half an hour. Have an amazing weekend. Please stay safe with your, with all the rain and weather coming. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.